virtual reality is a fascinating way to travel using nothing more than the power of technology. With a headset and motion tracking, VR lets you look around a virtual space as if you're actually there, or play a game as though you're in it. VR's been gaining traction in recent years thanks to compelling games and experiences, though it's still in a state of flux, with headsets coming and going fairly rapidly. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 best VR headsets that are currently available. VR technology has come a long way in recent years, and there are some amazing headsets on the market that will allow you to experience virtual reality like never before. If you're looking for the best VR headset to buy in 2022, then this video is for you. So without further ado, let's get started. The fifth VR headset on the list is PlayStation VR, best for PlayStation gamers. Interestingly, the PlayStation VR headset is the only VR headset for console gamers. Microsoft offers a way for gamers to play Xbox games through the Oculus Rift S, but it isn't VR enabled. Sony's virtual reality offering features a 5.7 inches OLED display that'll provide gamers with low persistence and, consequently, less motion blur when being used. It also boasts ultra-low latency 18 ms and a 120Hz refresh rate, which is better than the Oculus Rift S and the HTC Vive's 90Hz offering. It means that, theoretically, beautiful 120 FPS gameplay is possible, although we're not sure the PS4 or even the PS4 Pro can handle that. It seems that Sony had the same thought, and provides an additional box smaller than the PS4 that handles the brunt of the graphics processing. It'll track the position of your head, and can also be used with Sony's failed Move controllers, giving the old controllers a new lease of life. The tracking is basic though. It uses a PlayStation camera, and the area that you can move around in is very small. It's designed for sit-down VR experiences, and it does it well. The fourth VR headset on the list is HP Reverb G2, VR headset with high resolution at a good price. Though it can't quite match the 5K display of the HTC Vive Pro 2, the 4K display of the HP Reverb G2 will still be a huge jump forward for those still on first-gen VR headset, offering improved textures, better visual clarity, and a wider 114-degree FOV without the premium price of HTC's option. There's also inside-out tracking, meaning there's no need for external base stations like with Steam VR-powered options. Although unlike options from Oculus, the Reverb G2 doesn't perform that well in smaller spaces. That problematic nature extends beyond tracking too. The Reverb G2 doesn't play well with AMD-powered PCs, and the Windows mixed reality platform it uses is far from the quality offered by the likes of Steam VR and Oculus, with glitches and the occasional complete crash. If you really want the high resolution, then the Reverb G2 is still a great option, but we'd steer clear if you've got an AMD PC. The third VR headset on the list is HTC Vive Pro 2, the VR headset with most detailed display. The HTC Vive Pro 2 might seem like the perfect VR headset on paper, boasting the highest resolution of any headset right now alongside an expansive 120-degree FOV and smooth 120Hz refresh rate. But the execution isn't quite as impressive. The pixel-packed display does a phenomenal job at breathing new life into much-loved VR games with added detail, and it all but eliminates screen door effect too. Seriously, it's an impressive panel. The issue is the oddly rectangular FOV, with the 120-degree FOV referring to the horizontal FOV only. It makes some VR experiences feel a little more claustrophobic when compared to the likes of the Valve Index. The Vive Pro 2 hasn't changed in terms of general design either, which means it's just as heavy and uncomfortable to use over longer sessions as its predecessor. And it's a similar story with the Vive Pro 2 wands, which remain practically the same as they were in 2016. It's also incredibly expensive compared to most headsets in our chart, meaning it's only for the most dedicated VR fan that can overlook some of the older design choices employed by the Vive Pro 2. The second VR headset on the list is HTC Vive Cosmos, the modular PC VR headset. The Vive Cosmos isn't the cheapest VR headset available to consumers, but the modular nature makes the Cosmos range unique, which is why it costs a little more, rather than having to buy an entirely new headset. When HTC reveals new tech, Cosmos owners can simply buy a new faceplate and attach it to their existing headset, offering huge savings down the line. The Cosmos itself, with 6 camera tracking, offers a decent VR experience for low to mid-intensity VR games. But the camera tracking isn't perfect, and the loss of tracking in fast-paced VR titles can be frustrating at times. But that's where the Cosmos Elite comes in. For a little extra, you can grab a Cosmos with true one-to-one Steam VR tracking. but at the cost of long setup times and having to use the first-gen Vive wands. The first VR headset on the list is Meta Quest 2, the overall best VR headset in 2022. Though the Oculus branding has been killed off in favor of Meta, the Quest 2 is still hands down the best VR headset you can buy. Like the original, the Quest 2 boasts standalone functionality and inside-out tracking, albeit in a smaller form factor this time around. The star of the show is the display. At nearly 2K per eye, the Quest 2 has one of the most detailed displays of any VR headset in our chart right now, bested only by the Vive Pro 2, which is incredible when you think about the entry-level price. There's also Qualcomm's Snapdragon XR2 platform available, offering a serious improvement to performance that pushes the boundaries of the standalone apps and games available. If that wasn't enough, thanks to Oculus Link, you can hook up your Quest 2 to your PC and experience PC-exclusive VR titles like Half-Life, Alex, and AirLink functionality allows you to do it cable-free if you've got good enough Wi-Fi. The hybrid functionality simply isn't matched by any other VR headset available right now. If you're looking for a great all-round VR headset, the Meta Quest 2 is the one to go for. Thanks for watching the video to the end. We appreciate your support. And we'd love some more if you want us to keep doing these types of videos. You can do that by giving us a thumbs up, subscribing, and turning on the bell notification.